Just a little update for tonight regarding the Iranian situation, the elections and all that. I received an email just a few hours ago from evidently from a researcher, and I won't mention his name on here, who is trying to put together a program which is called The Listening Post, which is featured on I guess Al Jazeera English on that channel. So I believe this request is quite genuine. I'm sort of taken aback by I would be asked to even answer or contribute to this. You know, I'm a nobody, and I don't know. I think the request was genuine. Only I didn't. I probably would have complied with that request, but I can't. Basically the it amounted to, how should I put this? I was put on a less than 24-hour deadline, and I was supposed to contribute to 2 questions, and difficult questions, and I can't answer that in the 30 to 40 second format, which was required by this researcher who sent me this request, and I'm sure that this request was quite legitimate from what I've seen, but it's not something I can comply with. You know, the last thing, and this was actually part of the question that was asked here. The last thing I want to do is to contribute to more sound bites regarding this entire situation there, because any 30-second or 40-second sound bite used in the wrong context can be completely misconstrued. So I declined the offer to appear in this program. I'm not a publicity person, you know. That's just not me, and I would have to know more about that entire organization, which is asking me this question, you know, on basically on a deadline, trying to submit a short little video in less than 24 hours notice. So no, I'm not going to do that. And you know, if this program is serious about putting some views out there, and I do believe that researcher who contacted me, his name is Nick. Thanks, Nick. You know, if you can get a little more time for something more that lasts more than 30 or 40 seconds, you know, maybe you should have linked to that video of mine regarding the Iran elections, which I did, you know, a few days ago, rather than asking me to rehash it in some way, in a shorter soundbite. It's not something I can do. The situation is too complicated, and it could be taken either way. You know, I'm not a person who's afraid to take a stand here, but I simply don't know about the situation enough to try to sway people either way. Our government has had a long history in interference in internal affairs of other countries. So I don't take anything for granted when it comes from our U.S. news media here in the States. And this is what I would have wanted to say if you had asked me to do a longer video. And another thing I wanted to say is I wanted to point out that not everything that comes through Twitter, and although it's very fascinating regarding this entire situation there, and believe me, I am totally in favor of fair elections, but not everything that comes through the new media is unbiased or neutral, for that matter, because you don't know who's twittering, and you don't know where this information is actually coming from. So for all I know, this twittering thing might also be infiltrated by various interest groups, not necessarily having the Iranian people in mind. I have no idea. I have no way of knowing at this point. And that's what I wanted to say. And what I said in my last video is that I'm going to reserve my judgment on this, basically. But that's not something you can just say in a 30 to 40 second soundbite, because every one of us should be cautious of what is coming out of the Western media at this point, and equally we should be concerned as to what's coming out of the Iranian media. And perhaps the researcher could just link to my previous video and just, put it out there. It's just a link. The video doesn't even have to be up there. So I'm not going to be pressured into 40-second sound bites on any subject. That's just not my modus operandi, so to speak. And one of the basic things that I'm missing here is in-depth reporting, and many of our Western news agencies around the globe don't even have news bureaus in other countries anymore. So as far as I'm concerned, here I have to take everything with a grain of salt, just like other people do elsewhere. So I can't really, render an educated opinion on this, because I'm not being educated. I'm being propagandized, I feel, from various factions, and it's not something that I'm absolutely sure about. So if that's what you wanted to hear on your 30-40 second soundbite, then maybe you should link to this video too. I don't know. It's a very difficult situation for everyone.